So hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new ZARA video. Now I did a little bit of shopping the other day. I was in town and I was walking past ZARA and I just couldn't help myself. I had to go in and have a little browse and I came out with not one but two bags full of loot. They had so many gorgeous pieces in there for autumn winter. I started feeling really inspired, really excited for all of the layering, and I just couldn't resist picking up some pieces. And if you're new around here and you don't know how these hauls work, I'm going to show you what I picked up. We'll do a little bit of a try on haul, and then down below in the description I will leave the product codes to all of the items as well as the size that I picked up, because I know it's really useful to know what size I got. And I have heard that ZARA has been a little bit hit and miss with sizes recently, so I'm a little bit worried that some of these pieces aren't going to fit quite right, but we'll keep our fingers crossed that everything fits amazingly. So make sure to check out the description box for the sizes, the links, what I'm wearing, all that jazz. So let's jump straight into the video and I can show you what I've been picking up from ZARA for autumn. Now we're going to start by jumping in the deep end here with this really autumnal piece. Now this I think is the first really chunky knit I have picked up this year and I'm obsessed with it. I saw it actually as I was queuing up by the tills, and you know when you have to do that really awkward like reach over, like I'm not getting out of the line, I just want to grab that because this is just adorable. It's this really gorgeous, really chunky knit cardigan. Now I've been adding a few more cardigans into my wardrobe recently because I think cardigans are a great way to layer up without having to commit to a full jumper. There's nothing worse than when in autumn it starts off really cozy and chilly in the morning, you want to be really like snuggled up, but then by the afternoon you're stripping off and you've got a jumper and you have to take it off and you ruin your makeup and you ruin your hair. But you just want something that's a bit easier to take on and off, a bit easier to layer up, that's going to keep you really nice and snugly warm. So it's got this really gorgeous pattern. Now this really reminds me of the après-ski trend. Now if you guys saw my trend video from a couple of weeks ago, you'll know that this is a huge one. And to jump on board this year, the après-ski trend, this really gorgeous kind of almost like very après-ski, very kind of almost Scandinavian print that we've got going on, and I really like it. The white with the black kind of running through, I think is so gorgeous. It's a really great way to jump on the trend without it being too much, and I just absolutely adore this. So I picked this one up in a small because I knew it would be quite oversized and I didn't want it to be too big on me, but I'm really excited about it. Okay, so I thought I would just show you kind of more the cardigan like styled up, just so you can see kind of how I would wear it, because I just think it's so cute. I absolutely love it. I've just chucked it on with a pair of wide leg black trousers, some chunky boots and a little top underneath. I will link all of the items down below in the description if you do want to shop them. But I just adore how the cardigan looks. It really is like very après-ski, even more so when you've got it on. Now it is quite cropped, which I kind of like because I think that's quite nice. But if you did want it to be a little bit more oversized, maybe a little bit longer, I would say go for the size true to size or size up. I picked this up in a small, so I've sized down on this one because it is huge, but I kind of love it. I really like the vibe of it. I think it's really nice. I definitely am glad that I got that size, and I quite like the fact that you could wear it like this. I mean, you could wear it open, or you could just kind of like tuck it in at the top there and then have this kind of like loose half tuck vibe going on, which I think looks really nice. I love it in like a monochromatic look. I think it looks really cool. I love it with the wide leg trousers as well, but you could even style it up with like leggings, maybe flares, maybe leather leggings. So many different options you have with this cardigan. I think it's just a really classic piece and a great layering item. Again, as I said, you can do it undone as well and just wear it a little bit more like open and a little bit more casual vibe. So I think there are so many options with this cardigan. It's definitely worth picking up. I really hope that they do it in like a long line as well, because I think a really longer version of this would look really cool, like maybe down to like my knees. I think that would be a real vibe. But I absolutely adore this and definitely recommend picking it up. Next up, I picked up something that I think this is probably one of those items that is just such a classic item to have in your wardrobe, and one that you will never regret picking up because you will bring it out of your wardrobe year on year, and that is a stripy t-shirt jumper. Now this is a little bit of an odd mix of a t-shirt and a jumper because it's not quite thin enough that I would count it as a t-shirt, but it's not quite thick enough to be a jumper. It's a really interesting thickness, which I think is what makes it perfect for autumn, because it's a really nice layering piece. You can wear it now just tucked into a pair of trousers for this kind of like autumnal weather that we're having at the moment, or when it starts getting into winter you can layer it up. You can either wear thermals underneath, you could wear a roll neck that could just poke out from under the jumper, you can wear vests. It's such a great layering piece, and I feel like stripy jumpers are just one of those items that will never go out of style. Like, I don't even know if I would count stripes as a trend item anymore. They're just a classic item now. And I feel like this very Parisian look will never ever date. I can just picture this tucked into a pair of wide leg trousers with a little beret. Oh, I'm ready for my coffee and my croissant now. My vision is coming together. Look at this. All I need is a little crossbody bag and a beret to complete the look. It is so cute. I love it tucked into the wide leg trousers. I absolutely adore these trousers. I know these aren't from Zara, but would definitely recommend picking them up. I just really like how it looks. It's quite nice having something that really like cinches it in, because this is a bit shapeless. If you were just to wear it without tucking it in, is a bit boxy, which isn't quite my vibe, but I love it tucked in and just adding that little bit of shape to your waist. I think it's very flattering. I find vertical stripes very flattering. I don't know what it is. I'm sure there's some kind of science behind it. I remember actually watching Gok 1 as a kid, and there being like a science of like, if you're this body shape, you wear vertical stripes. If you're this body shape, you wear horizontal stripes. You guys know I'm not about that, but I do love vertical stripes. Vertical? This is vertical, isn't it? Yeah. Vertical stripes, I find them very flattering, and I really like the vibe of this. It's just very casual. You could roll the sleeves up if you wanted to. You could wear them loose down, which is always difficult to do, one-handed. I just think it's really cool. All I need to do is add a beret, which I'm not going to do right now because I don't want to ruin my hair, but just add a beret and a little crossbody bag, and this is such a cute autumn winter outfit. And then when it gets more into winter, just chuck like a little, maybe a leather jacket or like a long line black peacoat over the top, and I think that would look so cool. So yeah, absolutely adore this. I think this is such a gorgeous basic, and the kind of thing I can definitely imagine myself wearing a lot throughout autumn winter. Okay, now the next item to show you is one of those items that I think no one does as well as Zara, and they're a coveted piece in everyone's autumn winter wardrobe now, and that is a pair of leather leggings. Now these are looking a little bit crushed now from where they've been in the bag. I probably should have taken them out and hung them up, but I picked myself up a new pair of leather leggings in this stunning chocolate brown colour. Now these leggings have become so coveted, and I actually have a pair in my wardrobe from last year. Let me go get them and show you them actually. Ta-da! So these are the ones that I have had in my wardrobe since last year, and I absolutely adore them. They're gorgeous, like camel-y kind of colour, and I've worn them so much. They've been such a gorgeous styling piece for autumn winter, and as I have actually brought out this colourway again. They have them in a few different colours. I saw black, I saw this colourway, I saw the chocolate brown. What other colours did I see? I think there was like a greyish tone. I will link the product code down below for both of these so that you can shop them, but I just got so much wear out of them. I loved them so much. So when I saw that they did them in a chocolate brown, I was like, okay, I need that in my wardrobe. If you guys have been following along the vlogs, you'll know I'm obsessed with this kind of like deeper brown colour this autumn. I just think it's so classic. It's a really timeless colour, and it's very flattering. If you're someone that's not all about black in autumn winter, you find it maybe a little bit harsh on your skin, you find it a bit too dark, I think chocolate brown is a great colour to go for because it's really classy, really elegant. It's a darker colour, so it's much more flattering, but it's not quite as harsh as black. It's a lot softer on your skin tone, so I'm so excited to pick these up. One thing I will say is make sure to size up in these. I do know that these kind of run small, so I always get a large in them. I'm usually like a medium in terms of trousers at Zara, but these I always get a large in just because they are, obviously, I don't know if they're real leather or faux leather, I have no idea, but they do run a little bit small. But my favourite thing about them is elasticated waist. They're so super comfy, super wearable, and I just can't rave about them enough. I am so in love with these leggings. Oh my gosh, they are just perfect. The colour is so cool. I've just styled it up with something black, but you could wear it with like beiges, you could wear it with other browns, you could wear it with sages. I think there are so many different ways to wear up these leather leggings. I absolutely adore them. Now I do find, because of the way that they don't have much like here, I don't like to wear them with something tucked in. I prefer to wear them something a bit looser, just so that they look a bit more leggingy. That's just my personal preference. And then one thing I do love about these as well, which I always do with the legs. Now the legs are very long and they usually come down a bit far, but one thing I find with this kind of material is you can tuck them into themselves. Like, so basically just here I've just tucked the fabric underneath and it stays put because it's kind of like a sticky fabric almost, so it stays really well. But I just adore the colour of them. I think they look absolutely gorgeous. They're so flattering, so comfortable. They're like suede lined as well, so they're really, I'm not going to say easy to get on and off because they are leather leggings, but I don't find them sticky, I don't find them uncomfortable on the inside, they don't make me sweat like some cheaper leather leggings can. I think these are the best leather leggings that you could ever get. so happy with them. They are just gorgeous. Now this next skirt is something that is very inspired by my good friend Charlotte Olivia. She has been wearing this skirt non-stop and I was like, you know what, I just need to add it into my wardrobe. You have officially influenced me to buy that skirt because it just looks so good on here and it's such a flattering skirt. Now it's a really interesting material. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but it's almost got this kind of like zebra-y print running down it, but it's very subtle. I think it just adds a little bit of texture to the skirt. It's A-line, but with this really interesting dip hem on the skirt. It's going to be one of those we might have to wait to see what it looks like properly when I have it on. It's got a really cool cut, and the way that it just kind of comes up on your leg, I think it's very flattering. If you're someone like me who you don't always like the tops of your legs, I find these kind of really clever cuts, really clever edits to these items are really flattering. Now the only thing I'm thinking is I'm looking at this thinking this looks tiny. I did pick it up in a medium and I'm a little bit worried that I maybe should have gone for a large, so we're gonna have to try it on together and see how it fits, and I will give you my judgment whether you go true to size or you size up in this one, because it is the tiniest little skirt I've ever seen. I'm gonna be super quick with this one because I'm absolutely gutted to say the medium is far too tight, which is such a shame because I am normally a solid medium in skirts at Zara, so this one comes very small in size, so definitely go for the size up. I do love it though. Look at this little kind of like hem. It's almost like a little dip, like a little S. So flattering on the leg. So I think I'm going to return this and get this in a large. I can't even do it up at the back, like it is so tight, so I'm really upset about that, but I think the large will be perfect. Hopefully it'll fit really nice in size. Just such a shame that it comes so small, because like even if it was just to be a little bit undersized, the fact that a medium is my normal size in Zara, I should at least be able to get it up, get it zipped up and it just be a bit tight, but this is tiny, so just something to know. Next up we have probably the most basic item that you could have in your autumn winter wardrobe ever, but that is just one thing I love about Zara. I always pick up my basics from Zara. Let me know if you guys want to see an autumn winter Zara basics haul. I know I did one back in spring summer and you guys absolutely loved it, because I think there are so many items that you maybe don't realise that are on Zara, items that they bring out year on year, like those racer vests that I've got, or the kind of more like strappy tops. They bring them out so much, but because they're never in the new in section, sometimes they're a little bit difficult to find, a little bit more tricky to shop. So let me know if you want to see an autumn winter basics haul from Zara, but this t-shirt is a definite basics and should definitely be in that haul if I do it. Literally a plain black tee. I've realised that that's something that was missing in my wardrobe. I've been really enjoying just wearing t-shirts a lot more recently. I know that they are so basic and so simple, but tucked into a pair of wide leg trousers, styled up with a pair of leather leggings, tucked into a skirt, some jeans, they are just such a classic item and can be styled up a lot. You can style them up with blazers or trenches. They're a really just great wardrobe basic and like a building block to an autumn outfit. So I really liked this tee because it was a little bit thicker than some of the others I've seen on the high street, and I do think Zara t-shirts are really great quality, and they are only £9.99. So the cost per wear that I'm going to get out of this is going to be insane, because I'm going to wear it so much and it's going to do me so well. And then just to show you the top, I've deliberately like not tucked it in so that you can see what it looks like. I got this in a medium. Now if you did want to go for like a much more oversized and looser fitted, definitely size up in these, but I mean there's not exactly much to show you. It's just a black t-shirt, but they are just the best t-shirts, such high quality, like really lovely thickness as well, like not too thick, not too thin, so they're not going to be see-through at all. I absolutely adore these t-shirts. They are so great. They come in loads of different colours, so the product code will be linked in the description, so make sure to check it out and see what colours you can pick up for yourself. Next up, I have a pair of trousers that I think this is probably my favourite item from the haul, because just look at that colour. Now that's another trend that we spoke about in my autumn winter trends video. If you haven't watched that video, I would definitely recommend checking it out, because there's a lot of info about like autumn winter fashion trends and stuff that we're seeing on the high street this year, and I might explain a lot of things that you're seeing if you're not quite up to date with the trends and you're wondering why you're seeing a lot of like a certain type of item. Definitely recommend checking out that video. But this colour, green, is the colour of the season. I think that is like without question. No one is denying that green is not the colour of the season, and I have been loving experimenting with green in my wardrobe. I just think it's such a gorgeous colour for autumn winter. I know I've touched on this a couple of times, but I just couldn't get on board with the trend in spring summer. They were too bright for me. It wasn't flattering on my skin tone. It wasn't my kind of vibe, but in autumn winter, green is just my colour. I think you can see down there my little Jacquemus baby, my new little sage green addition to my wardrobe, and it's been really just inspiring me to layer up with different shades of green, try different styles. I've even actually done a styling reel over on my Instagram for how to style some green pieces. So these trousers, oh, I'm obsessed. I feel like Zara just do the best tailored workwear trousers. I think these are the most gorgeous trousers that you could wear into the office, but they just are so cool with this colour. I absolutely adore them. They are so flattering, so timeless, and I can't wait to get so much wear out of these this autumn. Okay, so the one thing to note about these trousers is I picked them up in a medium and they are tight. Like, I kind of wish I got them in a large, which is a bit of a shame because I do have a pair of these trousers from Zara from a couple of years ago, like a beige pair, and they fit it really, really well in a medium. I think they're right. I think their sizes have changed slightly. The medium seem to be a little bit tight. I mean, I could do them up, as you can see, but like, I do not want to sit down in these. I am worried that they're going to burst. So I think I'm going to return these and get them in a large instead because they are so cool and really affordable. I think they were £20 off the top of my head, or maybe they were £29.99. They were really affordable, basically, and I think for like office trousers, for like really cool workwear trousers, if you just want to look quite smart, they are absolutely fabulous. I love how high-waisted they are as well. I think this is a really flattering silhouette on us shorter girls because they really hold you in and suck you in, and you don't have to worry about, like, you know, anything kind of like falling out. So yeah, the only thing I will say is definitely look to get these in a size up because they are very, very tight around the legs and around this area, but I do absolutely adore them. I think the colour is gorgeous. They're not quite coming up as vibrant on camera as they are in real life. They're coming up a little bit more khaki on camera, whereas in real life they're a bit more of like a forest green, very similar to that River Island coat in colour that I have. So, oh my god, can you imagine them paired together? How cool would that look? But yeah, would definitely recommend, just make sure to get a size up. Now, you guys know how much I love two things in autumn winter: little skirts and leather. And we have two in one here with this adorable little skirt. I actually saw this hanging up by itself. Like, I literally don't know where in the shop it had come from, but someone here clearly like put it back on maybe the wrong shelf or something, but I saw it and just went, I need that in my wardrobe. And it was in a medium. So I was like, it must be fate. It is such a gorgeous little skirt. I really like these A-line skirts for autumn winter. If you're someone who has a bit more of a feminine style and maybe sometimes struggles to integrate that into their autumn winter wardrobe, I feel like these kind of A-line skirts are perfect. And this leather one is a great way to really juxtapose the femininity of the skirt with the really like masculinity of the leather, the buckles, the kind of like grungy tone, the gunmetal grey. I think it's just so cool. It's like such an oxymoron, but I absolutely love it. I think this skirt would look so cute with like big jumpers, maybe my Gucci tights styled up underneath and a big pair of boots. I just think this is such a gorgeous little piece for autumn winter, and the kind of thing that I can imagine myself getting a lot of wear out of. Now, this skirt is more like it in terms of my usual Zara sizing. This fits perfectly. As you can see, it is very, very short. Like, if you're taller than me, you are not going to want to add this into your wardrobe. And I'm 5 foot. So I'd say anything above 5'2", and this is just not even going to cover your bum. So it's a very tiny, tiny skirt, but I do love it. The leather is super soft. I definitely find with Zara, their leather is really, really nice. Faux leather, I'm never really sure. I love the like details on it. I think it's really cool. This like zip that kind of runs to the side. I think that's quite flattering. I do sometimes find with the zips that run straight up, they can make you look a little bit shorter, whereas I think this makes me look really tall. I love this little, you know, the gunmetal, loads of poppers. I just think it looks really cool and edgy. I think this is such a great like going out skirt if you were going for like drinks with the girls, going on a date night, maybe going clubbing. I think this is so cute. I definitely recommend picking this up. I think this is such a great autumn winter skirt, evening wear kind of vibe. I love it. And then last but certainly not least is an item that is either going to be one of the best things in this haul or something that just is not going to work for me. And I was like, you know what? We're just going to have to try it together and experience the moment together. And no, I have not hung this up on the hanger wrong. This is actually a cutout asymmetric jumper. Now, I have noticed a huge trend of these this year. This kind of like cutout detail, whether it's a cutout shoulder, whether it's just a slit, whether it's the kind of like no sleeves with the roll necks. I have noticed that everywhere on the high street and I'm kind of loving it. I think it's really, really cool. It's a great way to like mix up a very classic outfit. I know that I've talked about this in the trend video. I know I keep mentioning that trend video, but I know that we've talked a lot about like knits and roll necks and how brands are basically just kind of like reimagining them. And I think this is a big way that brands are reimagining your kind of classic roll neck, your classic black knit. So I just thought this was so cool. the fact that it's got one sleeve, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna hate it, maybe I'm gonna love it. You guys will have to let me know your verdict once we try it on, but I just think this could be the coolest thing on my wardrobe that I own. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I really have saved the best till last. Look at this. I'm so in love. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I need to maybe like do some Pilates, because I could definitely do with like toning up my shoulders a little bit more. But this jumper is amazing. I know it's a bit difficult for you to see this kind of like other arm, but if I show you there, oh, I love it to pieces. I think it looks really, really cool. I've just tucked it into the wide leg trousers again. These trousers literally go with everything in this haul. That's why I love them. I just love how it looks. I've started up with a strapless bra just to kind of keep this side up, because it doesn't have any like rubber or anything, so I think if you weren't to wear any bra or didn't have any support, it might slip down a little bit, but it sits really, really nicely with the bra. I love how it sits here. I know I've spoken about this a little bit, but I hate it when things come down too low and you get this big roll around the bra strap. I find that really unflattering. I feel like this comes perfectly here, and I just love, 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 love how it looks. This one's definitely staying. I think this is probably the coolest jumper I could ever own in my wardrobe, hands down. That's it, I can go home now. I've finished my autumn wardrobe. This is so, so cool. I really hope you enjoyed this little Zara haul and seeing what newer pieces I've been picking up for autumn winter. I would definitely recommend heading into Zara and checking out their new in items. As I said, everything will be linked down below in the description if you do want to shop anything. If you got this far in this video, leave me the green heart emoji or the word green down below in your comments so I know that you've got this far, because I'm just obsessing over that colour right now, and you can definitely expect to see a lot more green being added into my wardrobe throughout the rest of autumn. But if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new, I'd absolutely love it if you hit that subscribe button. You can come and join us for so much more autumn fashion videos, fashion content, lifestyle vlogs. It's all happening over here, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.